It's 9 p.m. in Singapore. Most people have already gone home, but not everyone. Young people who have no room to move in their cramped apartments meet here in a subway near a cultural center. They're looking to have fun, and their outlet is dance, an activity free of the strict rules and constraints that otherwise shape life in Singapore. One of these young dancers is Charlie.
Yeah, it's very important because in urban Singapore, you don't really have the opportunity to express yourself creatively. So dance, the arts, perhaps music, those are one of the ways you can express yourself. And for us, this is a very good way.
Kenny Lowe knows that all too well. The 35-year-old entrepreneur has a degree in economics, but when he was younger, all he wanted to do was dance. Lowe says young people need space, something that's hard to come by in Singapore. His dance school is located inside a youth center called Escape, in the heart of this city-state of 5 million. For Lowe, street dance was an expression of freedom, and today he wants to convey that message to others.
Yo! EDM send ready, right?
This is the...
Lowe runs several businesses that work with young people.
Is there any reason why I should say no to anyone?
His school employs dancers and pays them a fixed salary.
Oh yeah, I bet.
For many of them, it's the first time they've had a job with any social security.
I believe that they deserve to have a lifestyle that is similar to the common Singaporean, that's accessible to the common Singaporean, to be able to have a stable income, to have career prospects, so that they can afford housing in future and raise their kids and still do something which they love to do.
So we try from here again. 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8.
What these young people love to do is dance. Their music of choice is hip-hop and rap, popular genres in Singapore and throughout Asia. But until recently, the music in dance schools was traditionally classical, for ballet. For Kenny Lowe, the school isn't a social project. On the contrary, it's a business funded through course fees paid by the students. Pupils see the music and the new dance forms as expressions of their individuality.
We want the school to be like one of the top dance schools in Asia Pacific, to be a model and example, to inspire other dancers in the rest of the world to have the same model. At the same time, we want to raise up choreographers that can create new productions, that can showcase their gift to the whole world.
Each of these students has potential, but Lowe says the key is to discover and nurture that potential. Several thousand students have attended his O School. Singapore spends a lot of money on traditional schooling and university education, far more than many other countries. But the system stresses academic performance, and students who flunk out often have few options but to work odd jobs. For most of them, there's no second chance at an education. In an attempt to break the cycle, Lowe founded City College. The private school accepts students who have failed to progress academically.
Will you do business?
Maybe.
Lowe also teaches at the school, and he knows most of the students personally.
If you don't have a reasonably good certificate, it's quite difficult to have a good job, to have a stable income. So that's why it's a need to progress in academic aspect.
So if you don't do well in your mother tongue, it might jeopardize your...
The classes are small and parents pay tuition.
secondary school.
The school awards scholarships to students who can't afford the fees. Those grants are funded by profits made through the O School. Lowe's business model is based on the idea that young people benefit one another, and City College stresses more than just studying hard.
What we want to put inside them is a set of attitudes and a value system that will be useful for them for the rest of their life.
Value system like what?
Value system like resilience, of not being afraid of failures, of being optimistic. These are the values that we want them to have. Values of like responsibility, accountability. I think these are the important things.
Lowe founded City College and the O School to offer young people alternatives. He also meets with friends to brainstorm on other youth initiatives.
I think Singapore has a special part to play in that because we are closer and language-wise we can blend in. So I think the next phase will be for us to explore how City College and how we can bring in our networks to try to scale the capacity of social enterprises around the region.
Lowe spends a third of his time on the road promoting his schools as models, alternatives to traditional educational pathways.